Hi class, it's Mr. Cardinal. Today is your first video from Chapter 7. The lesson is adding and subtracting like denominators. Your objective for this lesson is to be able to add and subtract fractions with like denominators and give the answer in simplest form. Now just a refresher, remember that a numerator is the top number of a fraction and the denominator is the bottom number of a fraction. So in the fraction 1/4, 1 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. For an example of an addition problem, I am going to take that fraction from up above, 1/4, and I'm going to pretend that I'm going to be adding 1/4 to my 1/4. Now logically, we know that if we have 1/4 of a pizza or a pie, and we add another 1/4, we then have 1/2. But if I look at this, the way that I can do this, the denominator will always stay the same. So my denominator will be 4. My numerator, since my denominators are alike, my numerators are added together. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2/4. And of course, 2/4 in simplest form is 1/2. Now a common mistake, the most often mistake that students will make when adding fractions. So again, this is a mistake. Do not do this. Students will take 1/4 and add 1/4, and they will take the numerators and add them together, and then take the denominators and add them together. So you have 2/8. Now 2/8 in simplest form is 1/4. Now just looking at this logically, it does not make sense, because if I have 1/4 as my answer, if I'm adding 1/4 to 1/4, I'm obviously going to have more than 1/4. So logically speaking, it does not make sense. Do another example of addition. Let's take 3/8 plus 4/8. Now again, my denominators are the same, so my denominator is going to be 8. Now my numerators are going to be added together. This would be one way of writing it to make it easier for you to remember. 3 plus 4 over 8, or 3 plus 4 equals 7. My denominator stays the same. So 7/8 is my answer. One more problem. Let's do 2/6 plus 2/6. Again, denominator is going to stay the same. My numerators are going to be added together. 2 plus 2 equals 4. My denominator is 6. 4/6. 2 goes into both of those numbers. 2 times for 4 and 3 times for 6. My answer is 2/3. Now, if we take a look at subtraction. Excuse me. So subtracting example. Let's say I have 5/4 and I am subtracting 3/4. Going to do the exact same thing. Your denominator is going to stay the same. Your numerator is going to be 5 minus 3. And 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 over 4, which is in simplest form 1/2. Now, to draw a picture, 5/4 would actually look something similar to this. If I take away 3 of these fourths, so if I take away the first one, second one, third one, if I take 3/4 away from my original 5/4, I am now left with 2/4. And as we said, 2/4 is 1/2 in simplest form. Come tomorrow with questions. This is a very simple lesson. We won't spend much time on it tomorrow, and we may even move on into section 2 tomorrow in class. Thank you. Have a great night.